So there's a pretty interesting story out in Raw Story today, and here's what it says. All right. It says Trump is enraged about criminal indictments against his business. This is according to Maggie Haberman from the New York Times. And obviously, as you guys know, Allen Weisselberg, a longtime accountant for Donald Trump, but also the Trump family. He worked for Trump's father as well, Fred Trump. So basically, what she's explaining here, she says you're going to continue to see the former president describe this as a witch hunt and describe this as a partisan investigation. Part of that is going to be Manhattan DA Cy Vance. Part of that is going to be because of the Attorney General Letitia James in New York, who is also working on this case with Vance. But in reality, Donald Trump is not somebody who has sought to be indicted. He is not somebody who thought it was a good thing. There was some spin from one of his advisors earlier this week about how he was quote-unquote thrilled. He's not thrilled. I don't think he's throwing staplers, but he's not happy. It's not something he's talking about constantly as fury, but this is not where they want to be. This is a totally new world for him. And I think that what you've seen with the former president and his advisors and of members of his family and his allies is that they have conflated legal problems with public relations problems for so long that I think some are losing sight of the fact that this isn't actually an indictment. The reality is Allen Weisselberg is facing potential jail time, and that can change things. So this is definitely a potentially good analysis of the situation, and that it does seem like Trump is still thinking that he's president of the United States. And being president of the United States really gave him a lot of leeway on issues, and the executive privilege gave him a lot of protection. The DOJ's policy of not prosecuting sitting presidents gave him a lot of cushion and a lot of protection. He doesn't have those protections anymore because he isn't president of the United States anymore. He's a former president now, a two-time impeached president. So when you keep that in mind, you understand that Trump has had this protection that I think he normalized in his mind, when in reality, that's not something that applies anymore, right? He's not president of the United States anymore. So what that tells you is he's finding himself into some trouble that he may not even know yet. And the fact that he's not throwing staplers, I think, is an example of he's not worried enough. You should be worried a lot more, dude. If your best buddy, Allen Weisselberg, the accountant of the Trump organization, is facing potential jail time, the dude is old, he's like 74, and you're not worried about him turning on you and giving all of your details up, because Michael Cohen said Weisselberg's the guy that's got all the deets on you. He's the one who has all the details. So it just goes to show you what's going on behind the scenes with Donald Trump. And he's not invincible anymore. These things can get to him. He can be taken down. And with all the bullshit that he pulled with George Floyd and the coronavirus crisis and trying to steal the election, nobody respects the guy anymore in any serious capacity. Anybody who's in any serious capacity does not respect the guy anymore. At best, they would maybe not cross lines because they don't want to piss off his fans, but they hate this guy. Anybody in any serious capacity, any government representative, aside from like Marjorie Greene or a few lunatics here and there, but any serious person in any serious position of power thinks that guy's a moron, has no respect for them. Ergo, he's really in trouble, because once these things start hitting the judicial branch, I think they're going to start coming down on him, and the support for Trump just simply isn't going to be there. So it's pretty interesting to see what's going on behind the scenes with Donald Trump as these indictments are raining in.